Now, I'm not, I think everybody's going to cringe when I say this. I'm literally built, I want this car to drive.
That is awesome.
Worldwide shipping is available on this cream puffer. What a great day to be alive. Once in a lifetime opportunity.
Runs hard, wow.
Outstanding. So grab your cup of Joe and let's go. Got the good stuff today. Alex Resub is supplementing my coffee with the good stuff by 4 Wellness. The 4 Wellness was created by Phil Mickelson, the pro golfer, and Dave Phillips, an elite performance trainer. Helps you focus all day energy and health benefits. Everybody out there watching Coffee Walk knows I love coffee. And the quickest and easiest way to get some supplements that I need, including collagen, helps you grow your hair, your fingernails, and my hair's growing and I obviously need a haircut, so that's working. Theobromine, which is the cocoa extract that enhances focus, learning, cardiovascular health, and mood. NCT enhances focus. And L-theanine, which is an extract from green tea coffee. Lots of benefits there. And you're not taking away the actual benefits from the coffee itself, which you don't want to do by loading it up with a bunch of cream, sugars, artificial flavors, which actually ruins it. You don't need to be an athlete like Phil Mickelson to enjoy this. Me being at 60 years of age, inflammation is one of the #1 things. If I could keep that down, I feel so much better. My joints don't ache, my back doesn't ache. The 4 Wellness really helps with that. So we've got a new subscriber offer for you. Choose a free welcome kit when you subscribe. On the go option, 30 travel packs with Phil's favorite tumbler, perfect for busy days. Countertop Classic, a 30 serving pouch with a ceramic canister, metal scoop designed to look great on your kitchen counter. Subscribers also enjoy 25% off the single purchase price for life, with the option to save up to 30% on double subscriptions. Save 25% with your subscription. Just click the link in the description and use my code Dennis Collins for free shipping on your first order. So you know how they say good things come to those who wait? Well, for a while, we were so backed up here at Collins Motors on CJ restorations, we were 18 months out. When we bought the 67 GT350, you and I looked at the car and we decided that needed to be restored by a pro.
Oh, yeah.
We picked Billups 2.5 years ago, got in line, he wrote us down on the schedule, and finally we get to deliver that car today.
Yeah.
So, Billups Classic Cars, from all the research I've done, and all the guys are in the know of the Shelby world, that's the place to take it.
Absolutely.
This is the place to take your 76 to 86 Jeep CJ, or 87 to present day Wrangler, but this is what he does. He has a wrecking yard dedicated just to 65, 70 Mustangs. He has everything date coded. He doesn't sell his parts and keeps them for the restorations. And Alex and I, for the last 2.5 years, have meticulously kept every 67 part that we could. We didn't rob pieces off of cars, but any of the 67 Shelbys that came in, a lot of them had extra parts and less parts. We saved them. Any of the other 67 Mustangs that came rolled through, he's been saving the parts. I think we have a complete car.
I think we do.
So I think when you guys see what's in the trailer we unloaded, some amazing NOS parts we've been able to gather up over time. Notably, shoulder reels and an NOS roll bar.
Yeah, those are cool.
Maybe the only one known to exist. And Fred Ashmore from Ashmore Speed actually found the supercharger setup off of this car that came from the estate sale where this car originated that the Dana Camaro was also at. Significant cars there, significant parts. So, grab your cup of Joe and your good stuff from The Wellness, and let's go visit Billups Classic Cars. I'm also very excited to see his shop.
I heard he has a really cool car there that he just finished.
He did. One of the most significant Shelbys out there. I don't know if it's as significant as ours, but we'll throw that debate out there for the SRG group, the Shelby Research Group. See you in Oklahoma. Alright, we're in Cold Cord, Oklahoma. It's 10 in the morning. We left at 5 o'clock at Billups Classic Cars. Again, we've been on this waiting list for 2.5 years to get the car here. Lovely store. I've never been here, but I'm excited to see it. Let's go figure out where we put it. Jason.
I'll take you over to the building.
How are you, sir?
I'm good, how are you?
Good, good.
John.
Hi, John. Dennis Collins,
Nice to meet you.
Alex, and Zach.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
By the way, you guys are exempt from this.
Okay, very good. Hear that, Zach?
What's that?
We're gonna have a film.
Yes?
Good morning. How are you, sir?
Good, how are you?
Finally made it to your shop.
Yeah, it's been, well, you've never been here before, have
I've
you?
never been here, but we've been waiting for 2.5 years to bring me the car.
Jason, nice to meet you.
Zach on the camera.
It's because Brian Stiles keeps too many cars in here for us, that's the problem. You'll just have to get mad at him.
Well, I'm just gonna start bringing them, dropping them off, and see what happens.
Okay, that's fine. We can do
So
that.
is this one of Brian's?
Yeah, this is the black 4-speed GT500 that they only built 2 of.
One of 2 black 4-speed GT500s.
There's one automatic,
Okay.
so there's 3 big block GT500s.
How long have y'all been working on this one?
We brought it in and we didn't really attack it until probably about a year ago. And then
Okay.
we got after it for about a year. So what Carol intended for it is what got done. It got
Kind of like Jim Morrison did.
yeah, it got drove. But really good old body. It's actually all the original sheet metal on the car. And the original fiberglass on the car.
Original hood too.
Original hood, yep. Yeah.
All right, tell us the secret to get one of these hoods where they'll fit. Is it actually possible?
Yeah, we can make it fit. You just got to cheat a little bit. Sometimes you'll even have to cut the inner structure loose.
That's
So-
what we did on the last 2.
Yeah.
The last 2 we did, we cut them apart, got them to fit perfect, and as soon as they got in the sun,
Yeah,
they bowed back up.
right. A lot of times we'll have to cut them where the braces are at and try to get the bow out of them. And sometimes they just don't fit. But we have made fiberglass fit on stuff before we got deducted for it at a national show because they fit
Because
too
it's
good.
too good.
So sometimes you got to just kind of find a happy medium. And originally they didn't fit. So Shelby had a bad problem in '67 with fiberglass fitment, and that's why one of the reasons that the program got shifted up to back to Detroit, and then A.O. Smith took over, which was doing the fiberglass on the Corvettes. So,
Right.
but
Yeah, well, the A.O. Smith bodies are definitely,
Yeah.
Corvettes are definitely much
this
better
one,
than the other ones.
I actually was just now starting to put the horns on, so that's why I haven't got the adjusters fixed up yet. But
Wow, what a stud car. Well, he's got some rare stuff, huh? Is this a real supercharged
yes,
car?
it is.
It
It's
is.
392. Yeah, we actually have had this car sitting in the shop for a while because this customer's got multiple cars here as well, and we were kind of waiting on this car to blow apart whenever we got yours here and do 2 supercharged cars at the same time.
God, that's awesome.
So, but this one's really early, so it's going to be different than your car.
Okay.
What's the number on your car again?
1477, I think.
Yeah, this is 392. So this has got this has got the wrong hood on it right now.
I should know that. I hadn't thought about that in a while.
So this has got an all fiberglass hood on it. Should have a steel inner structure. It's got a steel inner structure deck lid. I'm a Magstar guy, but I'm not going to get real picky when it comes to '67 Shelby's. I'll take one with hubcaps.
Oh, If I had my choice, I'd run it with Steely's, but
Yeah.
they never did that.
We
so.
restored a black '68 GT350 4-speed car back in 2009, I think it was, and we took it to the first SAC show with the steel wheels on it, with the hubcaps in the trunk and the letters showing how to put the hubcap, all that stuff.
That's cool.
Just because I thought it looked awesome with just the steel.
I agree.
wheels, So
I love the Steely's.
Yeah.
No, the Magstars, I love them.
Yeah.
Great wheels. Wow, it's so neat to see one done in person.
well, that car, I mean, we're going to blow it completely apart and
That's
and
fantastic.
start over on it. It's a nice driver car right now, but he's got a pretty nice collection of stuff. So this is one of his cars we're doing for him as well. So it's a drag pack 4-speed 69 Shelby. It's a lot of options.
Wow, that's a rare color.
Well, they only built one, so
There you go.
yeah. Are you talking about the Silver J? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a mistake car.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the only Silver Jade Boss 429 built.
I was gonna say I've never seen one,
They
so
built-
that's
they-
why.
They built one Silver Jade car and one gold car, and I think they were both mistakes. The gold car's never been found. But this car actually, the door tag on this car says it's black, but the build sheet says it's silver jade, and so does the. I mean, we had all the original colors still inside the car, and it's silver.
It's amazing what you uncover, you know, when you start digging far into the paperwork.
That's Ed Meyer find there.
So my car, I have pictures of it in '67, and a letter that he wrote, and which was later published on his Facebook page after he passed away, stating that when he picked up the car, that it had stripes on it. And everybody's like, there's just no way.
Yeah.
But the guy that ordered it for him was personal friends of Carol. When he flew out there, Carol actually gave him the keys and delivered the car to him himself.
With stripes on it.
With stripes on it. But I don't like stripes on a '67.
I don't like putting them on.
So do I take something that we spent a tremendous amount of time researching and tracking down all the way back in the day with '67 plates on it with the stripes? But I don't like them.
Yeah.
Am I just going to get roasted, you know, being the only car that had them and not
Well, it
put them
wouldn't
back
necessarily
on?
be the only car, but there's, I mean, I think there's a handful that have been documented with stripes.
Really? Okay.
But very, very rare. Unless you've got a piece of paper, your story's not going to cut it with the judges. I know that.
Okay.
Even though I'm not saying there's not any validity to your story. I'm saying if there's not extraordinary proof, then.
Well, so one of the nice pictures I have is from him on the way home, where he stopped to eat at a cafe. So unless he picked it up from Carol and stopped somewhere and put the stripes on the way home.
That might be extraordinary proof.
I mean, it's pretty good proof.
Yeah.
However, I don't know. I just envision the car just white.
Yeah.
I don't think I want the stripes.
Well, that's fine with me because they are not fun. Like I forget what they said they did as far as time frame wise to put stripes on them at the factory, but it was not very long at all, and it takes us a while because
You're making them perfect.
The original stripes, you know, I've got a friend that's close to here that's got an original, I think, '65, and the stripes on the roof are like this. I mean,
Just terrible.
It's pretty bad.
How does the '67 supercharged? How do they drive?
Roll great. They drive better than a big block car.
Well, that's what I keep telling Alex. I mean, that's the car to have.
You know, and really, I think we're getting to the point where and me and Brian had to talk about this last week. I think the '67 350s and the 500s are going to get to the point where there's not a ton of difference in the value because people are starting to realize how much better the 350 drives than the big block car.
I agree with that.
But for years, everybody was just like, "Oh, I want a big block, I want a big block."
And they push, they're too heavy in the front.
Yeah, and then when you go to the supercharge on top of that, I mean, I think they, you know, way surpass the value of a big block car.
I agree.
I don't know that you'll get to where the level what that black car is worth because being a black car.
Well, I can argue with Brian on that because that's the only white the car my car you're about to build is the only white one.
There you go.
So there's one white car.
Right. Right.
Wow, shop is amazing.
Well.
So you have a big shelf set up for us to put all this stuff on?
Yeah, well, I've got actually 2 shelves cleaned up. There's a couple of things on them, but these 2 shelves here is where we'll blow your car apart and start organizing everything. So we've got it set up where, like that far shelf there is this car, that middle shelf is this car, that shelf is Brian's car, and then this one and that one will be for you. So.
I don't know that I've ever seen a car blown that far apart the first one we walked in and saw. Can we look at that?
Yeah, we can take a look at it. That one's actually probably, out of everything that's in the shop, that's probably the least valuable car here, but it's the most valuable sentimental car here.
Okay.
So a really good friend of mine and his wife, we built a '68 GT500 for them in 2017, 18. And that car is currently the highest scoring '68 Shelby on the planet. So this is their first Mustang that they bought when they got together.
Okay.
So, and it's been sitting in their shop for 30, 40 years.
So this is sentimental restaurant. We
Sentimental
did a lot of that
restaurant.
on the CJs.
Yeah.
And it was a family piece of their grandparents that had on the farm, and
Yep.
and we actually go this far with CJs. But
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that my car's going to scare me to death once you have it torn apart.
Yeah. Well, I don't think your car is rusty, and we've actually got a car out in the junkyard that was built the same week that we're going to use for the frame rails. And
I told Alex that. He's been saving
that
that for the last 2 years for us.
Yeah. I've looked up the serial number for yours, and then went and looked at this serial number up, and they're really close. It's got to be the same week. So
That's fantastic.
So it'll be great for everything that we need from there forward. So
And that's why we never ever crush our CJs.
right,
You just never know when we need that specific piece off of one.
right.
Out of the 65 to 70 Chevys, what do you take the boss lines out? But what do you prefer the most to restore?
My favorite car, personally, as far as what I like the most, and I'm not just saying this because what you brought, I like a 67.
Okay.
So that was my first car. Wasn't a Shelby, but a 67 Night Miss Blue GT. Still got it. I bought it when I was 14.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's my favorite car, but my favorite car to restore, and I think everybody in here would agree, is probably a 69 Shelby. Yeah.
All right, tell us, where do we back up? Actually, I want to see the wrecking yard if we can.
Sure.
I love that. Well, that looks like that was a factory pink something.
It is.
What's the...
It was originally sold in Oklahoma, so I'm thinking it's got to be a Mary Kay car instead of a Playboy car. Kevin gave me a report on it, said there was only 5 of them. So it's a factory pink, white interior, air, steering, disc brake, louvers, spoilers, but it's a 351 Windsor 2-burner. So if it would have been a significant engine car,
Sure.
yeah,
Then
then
we're
we probably would have already started
a
on
Q
it.
code or an R code.
But as you can see,
It's neat to see that. We remember that one pink coupe we passed on because it was just so
Yeah.
rough, and it wasn't a rare engine car either.
Right. We may get a while there and do that car one of these days, but I doubt it. We hardly ever build anything for ourselves because we just don't have time.
Well, that's where I'm at. I can't even build a Jeep for myself. I actually have the only known 76 and up pink Jeep ever built.
Really?
It was built for Owens Corning Fiberglass
That's cool.
as the Pink Panther Jeep
Yeah.
for their display. It's an 82.
Yeah.
And I just haven't had time to build it.
Yeah.
It's actually a Moulin Rouge
Yeah.
color
Wow.
code.
That would be neat.
Is that a real Shelby fender?
Where? Oh, no, it's a restored.
Okay.
So that actually came
Or are you
off
looking
of
for parts?
Oh, just good wall art.
We restored the last Shelby convertible, and it's a drag pack 4-speed convertible. It belongs to a customer in Texas. But it had a repo on it. We put a real one on it.
That's cool.
We've got them kind of rigged up like 69 70s and then 67 68s, and then there's some 65 6s in the back.
Is that the one that's got the Daytona parts on it?
This is the one we're going to chop up
Yeah,
for
I
you.
remember you sent me pictures of it 2 years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for holding that.
No problem. Well, it ain't like they're going anywhere.
Yeah, but I mean, you could have used the parts for something else. I'm glad you didn't.
But it's really good.
It's like heaven.
We'll drag it in there and
I
see
think
what we
the
need.
car's going to come apart real fast. They usually do, don't they?
Yeah, the coming apart part's not that. It's actually, if you've got a really good car that's not been fooled with before, in my opinion, that's the most important part, because that's where you learn,
Sure.
is breaking them down. A virgin car, you know.
this was-
I've learned a lot from a lot of guys, but I've learned more from a virgin car, paying attention and taking pictures, than I ever did from anybody.
That's how you learn how they were put together, too.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
supposed to be.
Pay attention to paint marks and bolt markings
Yep.
and all those kind of things, you know.
Now, I'm not, I think everybody's going to cringe when I say this. I'm literally I want this car to drive.
Right.
So my goal is not to take it and win a national event.
Right.
I know that's what a lot of guys want.
Right.
That's not what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I understand.
So I just think it'll be incredibly cool to have that car as a car again and back on the road.
I think so too.
And just to exist.
Right.
I mean, we spent forever tracking out the paperwork and researching it.
Yeah, I think you've done a good job, you know, making sure everybody understands that that's what the car is.
Yeah.
So
I mean, and we haven't tried to hide anything. It was stolen and wrecked and turned into a drag car. It's
Right.
had a hard life.
Right.
And how do you not save that car? You have to.
No, I think you have to. Yeah.
It'd be like taking a Hemi Cuda that was a drag car and not
Exactly.
or a Boss 9.
Yeah.
A lot of those cars are drag cars.
Exactly.
A lot of them. I've had race cars and I have some race cars. I just don't want that to be a race car.
Right.
I think it's got such a cool look.
Yeah.
Like Chris Woodall, yesterday, he's
Yeah.
like, "Man, are you really going to do that?" I said, "Yes, it's going back to stock." I said, I realize it's a super cool looking car, but
Right.
it's just not anything I'm interested in campaigning or racing or any of that.
Right.
Because the car was not a winning car. It wasn't
Right.
famous at the drag strip.
Right.
It took him so long to build it that he was already
Yeah.
falling behind in what he was allowed to do. But
So what's the story on what year did it get wrecked? You know,
67.
60s. Oh, it got wrecked right off the bat.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was in for warranty work, and somebody in the shop took it out and wrecked it.
Oh, I remember that now. Yeah.
And then, so he spent 68. He sent it to, his name escapes me, but the most famous guy that was out there to convert it to a drag car that put all the Corvair front ends and just knew how to make a car go straight and fast.
Yeah.
But it took him a year and a half to build it.
Yeah.
So, and he spent a fortune on it back then, doing what he did to it. Big money. And by the time he started showing up to the track, it wouldn't pass through tech anymore because rules had changed. And so, you know, I think he was racing like in the 69 season. And then it just sat around. But the guy that owned it before that, I mean, he was a very switched on guy. Unfortunately, he passed away. But that's where the Dana Camaro was sitting, was where that car was.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there were some serious cars there.
Right.
He had 3 or 4 ultra rare cars. And he knew what that was.
Yeah.
But somehow that story got lost when it changed hands.
Yeah.
And then it got turned in, you know, so he primered it in black. And then finally Chris, you know, stripped it off and started figuring out what's going on, but they couldn't figure out what the car was.
Right.
And I just went the easy route when I got it.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is the transmission number.
Exactly.
I was like, so all you guys have messed with this car but never went that route?
Right.
Of course, it's a little difficult since you have to have both numbers to track it.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah.
We
We
fixed
probably got some connections though.
Yeah. I figured it out pretty quick. They weren't too happy about that.
The father and a broken white line down a black top interstate, feeling alright. I left a two-time and woman on a one-way street, no reason to stay for the fight. I know she must have had a reason. A good deed was always on the take. I got my sights set on the next one, 'cause I've got a thing for the taste of wild honey. Wild honey.
Pretty sure it's the last time this car's going to see the light of day for a while. Got a bunch of airless rubber strip in here. Good. Alright, we're going to go ahead and pull it that way? Yeah, that's fine. Alright, let's unhook it.
It's missing stuff.
It's missing stuff. Yeah, it is. It's going from race car to street car.
Awesome.
Make a good coffee table.
Yeah. There's some cool old pieces on this thing.
Yeah.
That'll make good wall hangers.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Especially that.
Yeah.
Somebody might want that. I don't know.
It's pretty awesome.
There's some neat stuff in here. Just got a bunch of NOS weather strips. When's the last time I saw this?
I've got a set over in the other building to put on one of the prototype Shelbys over there. But
There you go.
did you put these in?
No. They're probably original. And that wouldn't hurt my feelings if you used those either. Wait, the car couldn't have had very many miles on it. I didn't even realize that. But there's still some good stuff on the car. Well, Jason said it's cool and it's going to be fun. You guys are the right guy for this, right shop for this for sure.
Yeah,
They're not scared of anything.
Yeah, I appreciate you waiting on us this long.
Yeah, I mean, I told you I would.
Yeah.
And you called me when you had a slot, so here it is. 2.5, I think it was about 2.5 years.
Yeah, that's about what I've been telling everybody. They're like, oh, you can't be that far behind.
And I could pick it up in 4 months?
Sure. How much of it do you want?
I want a whole car. I want to drive it. We were actually talking about it on the way up here. I might drive it back.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, just break-in miles.
Yeah,
You have time to go to lunch?
sure.
What's your favorite place to eat?
There's a little sandwich shop in Little Kansas, just about 10 miles up the road. That's pretty good if you like a little sandwich shop.
Sure, whatever your favorite is.
Well, there's not.
You don't have anything in this
no,
city?
there's nothing right here.
How do you pronounce the name of this town?
Colcord. COLCORD, Colcord, Oklahoma.
Concord.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go back to Kansas. Those were some cool water towers.
Yeah.
Right.
Sounds like a new trick.
So what are you doing?
So I'm putting chicken salad in my broccoli cheese soup that I put Louisiana brand hot sauce in.
Meat and cheese only. Right here. Chicken bacon ranch is coming off the grill.
Thank you.
You got a cheese sandwich?
Yeah, meat and cheese only.
They had peanut butter and jelly up there.
Yeah, they have the kids version too.
Okay.
Chicky nugget guy. Nothing wrong with that fella right
Chicken
there.
nugget and
It's a good idea.
I got breakfast sandwich. Fried egg.
Oh, good.
So we're at Heart and Soul in Kansas, Oklahoma, close to Concord, correct?
Yep.
Where all the Billups magic happens on the Shelbys. Thank you guys for being here today.
Thanks for coming.
Absolutely. All right, Alex, I see you take a bite of your. It literally looks like you get an elementary school sandwich. Does it taste like it?
It's good too.
I don't think so.
Plain Jane.
So, Tiny, what did you get? A triple cheese grilled cheese?
I sure did. On wheat.
Yeah, outstanding.
Delicious.
Zach, how about you?
Got a chicken bacon ranch.
Well, how is it?
All right, you full, Alex?
Yes, I am.
I'm stuffed. Heart and Soul in Kansas, Oklahoma. Had broccoli cheddar, a little Louisiana hot sauce, chicken salad, dunked in it. And you can get a ham and cheese sandwich or white bread too if you want it. All right, let's head back to Wylie.